So people shouldn't worry about April 20th. You'll be in Brooklyn.
Don't worry.
when the fight is going down.
Look, if anybody gonna pull out, it's gonna be him because he's so terrified of what I'm gonna do to him. I guarantee you, he's terrified right now.
Tickets been are they for sale yet or not yet?
No, they're for sale. It's just they put the prices like we the Beatles or something, dog. Like what the heck?
So you think
Oh,
they should lower the price? Tickets been are they for sale yet or not yet?
No, they're for sale. It's just they put the prices like we the Beatles or something, dog. Like what the heck?
So you think they should lower the prices?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Lower the prices, bro. Like this shit is crazy, bro.
Man, look, I know New York is ready for the fight. So people shouldn't worry about April.
Ryan Garcia, you now hear it from the horse's mouth. I got to be the greatest. I'm back. Listen, I'm the mouthpiece for hustlers. I'm back, motherfucker. Listen, your boy Ego, a.k.a. the incomparable Ego Stradamus, does it again. That clip was a clip from Ryan Garcia on Instagram. Earlier today, he went live with DAZN reporter AK of the DAZN boxing show, and it was just tapping in, and it was almost kind of like a mini interview where questions were being asked to Ryan Garcia. Now, a question was, have tickets went on sale? And you heard Ryan Garcia's response, which I'll elaborate and reiterate for you. So the question, very simple. Have tickets went on sale for Haney versus Garcia? And for me, they have to be on sale because the fight is in like 30 plus days. That's a little bit over a month away. Like right now, it's March 14th. The fight is supposed to be April 20th, so they better be on sale, right? The problem is I don't think the tickets are moving. There's a lot of empty sections, which is what I've been saying. And now you have Ryan Garcia, who corroborates and confirms everything your boy Ego has told you. Actually, let's listen again, just because I want to gloat a little bit more.
Like we.
So people shouldn't worry about April 20th. You'll be in Brooklyn.
Don't worry.
when the fight is going down.
Look, if anybody gonna pull out, it's gonna be him because he's so terrified of what I'm gonna do to him. I guarantee you, he's terrified right now.
Tickets been are they for sale yet or not yet?
No, they're for sale. It's just they put the prices like we the Beatles or something, dog. Like what the heck?
So you think they should lower the prices?
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Lower the prices, bro. Like this shit is crazy, bro.
This ish is crazy, bro. Yes, lower the prices. Now, first of all, on top of being right, we'll get to that in a second. I got to give Ryan Garcia respect because he made a lot of money, more money than pretty much outside of like Gervonta Davis, anybody in his age bracket. To be 25, I believe he's 25 years old, and to be on the Forbes list, which he was, for the Tank fight and his earnings for last year. And he's basically playing this almost like a Robin Hood type of role where despite amassing so much of like wealth and so much of a fortune, he's still considering, I guess, the middle class or just the people, the populace. Like, yo, and that's commendable. To be honest, that's commendable. Let me take these off. The reason why that's commendable to me is because Ryan Garcia could easily be like on some, I made it. I'm out the hood. I'm out the trenches. I made 50 million plus in one fight in one night, 30 million plus, whatever the actual number was. And I'm good. I don't care about y'all. I don't care what y'all going through. Pay the ticket price. But he looking out, and no big surprise, your man Ego was right again. Boom. You guys see it on the screen. This is one of the many times on my channel where I went over this. You guys see the video on YouTube, 17K views, 11 days ago, so almost 2 weeks ago, I've been following this and told you I'll keep you updated. This video you seen at the beginning, Ryan just said today. It says, breaking news, Ryan Garcia not happy with Devin Haney fight prices. Guess what? He's still not happy with it. If he in there, he ain't happy. And Ryan Garcia still is not comfortable with the price that Golden Boy has set the tickets for. Listen, it's going to be them or me. And I told you, 2024 is the year of revelations and accountability and pushing out the bad element in boxing. All of the bad actors in boxing must go. I've been telling you the truth. There's a lot of clickbait. There's a lot of people who say, and they want to be like Boxingego. They want to say the opposite, but I'm keeping it real. The ticket price, and I've been saying this, they're too high. The price is too high. We're in a recession. There's inflation. Like, you can't even go to the grocery store, eggs $8, $9 to buy a slab of bacon. If you eat bacon, $10, $12. Like, gas prices high, and things aren't necessarily getting cheaper in general, but Golden Boy has these tickets priced very high. Like, I'm talking to get in the building, $245 plus tax, one ticket in the highest section of the Barclays Center, which is the nosebleeds. So you're to be in the bleeders, you're paying $245 to $350 ish. Canelo Alvarez, payday, you want payday? I know that. He's doing a press conference next weekend against his opponent Jaime Munguia, and his tickets start out at $305. Now, some people are going to say different things about Canelo or the Munguia fight on PBC, especially now that it's on PBC. If this fight was on DAZN, I have a feeling a lot of the usual suspects who would support the Canelo fight, because there was a rumor that Canelo Alvarez was leaving Al Heyman and leaving the PBC and going back to Eddie Hearn and DAZN. So now the usual suspects will try to flip it, and since the Munguia fight is not exclusive to DAZN and it's really the lead promoters, PBC, Al Heyman's company, and Amazon Prime, they're gonna hate on it. We've seen this movie before. We've seen this happen time and time again. So just look for the fakeness. But that being said, Canelo is an established act. He, along with Gervonta Davis, they're the face of boxing. It has to be between them two. Ryan Garcia is pretty popular, especially on social media. And, his last fight wasn't pay-per-view, though. Canelo is pretty much not fighting off of pay-per-view. Tank, since the Leo Santa Cruz fight, he's really not fighting off of pay-per-view. Levels. Devin Haney, his last, I want to say 2 fights, Lomachenko on ESPN, and also the fight with Regis Prograis were on pay-per-view, but according to numbers that came out, they're saying the fight did from 30,000 to 55,000 in his very last outing, right? And no official number from the company has actually come out to refute that. Like, I'm talking about from DAZN. DAZN, when Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano was like the most viewed, most watched women's boxing event ever, they made a custom-made graphic for that and released it and put it on DAZN's paper. As of me recording this video, and if you can correct me by sending me proof from DAZN Boxing, so their affiliated YouTube channel, Instagram page, their verified Twitter, not a parody account, show me a graphic that DAZN put out after Devin Haney Regis Prograis, showing that it did better than the reported 30 to 55,000, right? I haven't seen that. And if it did do better, then why wouldn't you advertise that the fight sold 1.5 million or some colossal number? Because that would be a win. And we know how this goes in boxing. If you have a win with your buy rate and you made a lot of money, then you're going to want to amp that up and you're going to want people to know. Like, for example, I did the Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, just the main event and the co-main event with Joseph Parker and Zille Zong, right? Me covering 2 fights for my Boxingego watch party, and shout out to everybody who joins and supports the channel. Many ways to support the channel, link in the description. But for that Joshua Ngannou watch party, it had a viral knockout. My watch party, which is 2 hours in length, did 100,000. I'm doing pay-per-view numbers on YouTube by myself. There's no big panel or, you know, this other company injecting money. I don't have to split the pie with nobody. So that's a win. So best believe any type of win like that, you know, I'm definitely going to talk about, because this is my business. This is my baby. I'm a businessman. You know that because you find me at my places of business. So that was a great watch party. But if I had done a watch party and the watch party only did 1,000 views, then that's nothing to write home about. I wouldn't make a post or really highlight that, because that's kind of an L. That's not really, in my world, that's not a successful watch party. But 100K, yeah, we made some money with that one on right here on YouTube. So the zone, same thing. If you have a win, you're gonna show the whole world your dub. You're gonna show the W. So Canelo tickets coming out, and they're roughly the same price. Ryan Garcia is right, and this is what I've been saying from the beginning. The other thing, the other conflict, that leave it to ego. Again, this is the year of truth. I'm not saying what I'm saying for any other reason other than it's the truth. There's no reason for me to lie. But the other issue is Canelo's fight is literally 14 days, albeit it's a different coast. This fight with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was supposed to be in Vegas, but then they switched it and moved it to New York, who's been starved of big fights. I get that, but it's still a Canelo fight 14 days on a different coast after Haney Garcia. So that's still a problem, because here's an example. You got passionate, diehard boxing fans that actually travel to fights. If you're from the West Coast, like me, and let's say you live in LA or the Bay Area where I'm from, or let's say Nevada, like Vegas, right? Here's how this works. Some of those fans may be willing to go to New York for Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. But then if you have a big fight on your own coast that's coming 14 days later, maybe you don't make that trip. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, I'll just go wait 14 days to see Canelo, and that's an easier trip for me, right? And then keep in mind, Gervonta Davis versus likely Frank Martin should be here and should be announced relatively soon. And that's, I don't know where they would put that fight, so don't quote me on this, but that's definitely something that I would imagine Vegas is a candidate for, but they could put that somewhere else as well. But the point I'm making is Haney Garcia is followed by a major Canelo fight. Cinco de Mayo, this is the first time that Canelo has fought a Mexican opponent who does have danger, especially offensively, in quite some time. You know, the last Mexican fighter that I can even think of that Canelo fought around that time, Cinco de Mayo, or on the Mexican dates, was Julio Cesar Chavez. Guess what? That fight did over 1 million pay-per-view buys. So the fact that Munguia is a former champion, he looked good with a mutual opponent, John Ryder, and stopped him, something Canelo couldn't do. He's Spanish speaking. Canelo speaks English and Spanish. I think the fight will actually do good. Plus, it's on Amazon Prime, so you know they're going to do a great job promoting. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check out the Amazon Prime Rolly Pitbull trailer that came out today, and also use my channel to check out the Zoom call press conference for Rolly versus Pitbull. Amazon, I'm liking for something that's new, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in terms of how they're promoting their fights, right? I got to still see the actual broadcast, but so far so good. So, this is just bad news for Devin Haney and the whole Ryan fight. I've also mentioned countless times, I got to be the greatest. I got to be the best in the business, and it's not even close. Ryan's behavior is not really attracting the right people, in my opinion. Yes, he's getting a lot of traction, a lot. Nobody can deny that. He's being seen, but he's being seen on like No Jumper, Ball Alert, Vlad TV, conspiracy theory pages on Twitter, conspiracy theorists on TikTok. With that type of attention, you would think that this fight would have been sold out, but as I've stated, my theory is much different. I don't think there's much of a crossover audience from the conspiracy theory zone to boxing. Meaning, if you had 100 conspiracy theorists who believe like this about 9/11 or this about, I'm not even gonna say all the conspiracies, but because I don't want the algorithm to pick it up. But they believe these conspiracies, right? Out of 100 people, how many people are going to actually commit to buying the pay-per-view for a boxing card, which we still, almost a month out, do not even know who's on the undercard. We do know Arnold Barboza is on the undercard, but we do not know who he's fighting. They said he's an understudy, but we do not know who he's fighting, right? So for me, my theory is very simple. I don't think there is much of an overlap between the people who are conspiracy theorists and the people who support boxing, but we'll see. I do know the tickets are priced very high, and with the high price tickets, like I said, good luck. That's all I can say is good luck. I side with Ryan here. I definitely see Golden Boy needing to slash the ticket prices. I think it's inevitable. They're going to have to slash the ticket prices because, I mean, why not? Either the tickets are moving or they're not. And I can show you if you want. I can truly pull it up. It looks like there's a lot of sections that are still available. You see a lot of blue and a lot of fuchsia, which means tickets are available either from Ticketmaster or resellers who have purchased grips of tickets and they're trying to flip them and resell them for a profit, right? Now, I did see early on, there was a tweet from Devin Haney said they sold 10,000 tickets, but I mean, just look at the map. I'm not going to count every seat and every section, but it looks like a lot of the venues still available. And aside from the conspiracy theory people and theorists who I don't think are boxing practitioners, I don't think they're going to commit to boxing because they like what Ryan's saying about these conspiracies and time travel and aliens and the election was rigged. These QAnon type fans, I don't think that you're going to convert the sale for Haney Garcia, but we'll see. You know, ultimately, I do think the prices for tickets, I mean, we're talking about almost $1,450 to $1,850 for a lower bowl. It's almost $2,000. People's rent in New York, the median rent is like $2,700 to $3,400. Look it up on Google. That's a lot. That's a lot for people to fork out for a boxing event, especially if Ryan Garcia seems like he's off his meds and off his rocker. And I told you, that's the other thing I said. I do not believe that his antics are helping to captivate people. I don't see that. I don't see those antics being the antics that are going to get people. Some people don't even know if the fight is going to happen. They're like, is this fight even still on? And it's just a recipe for disaster. When you have tickets that are very steep, plus you think someone might pull out, you don't know the undercard, you're not confident that a person is taking the fight seriously and training hard, it becomes a tougher sell. It's always going to be a tougher sell or a tough sell with tickets being overpriced. But now you have other elements. Ryan Garcia seems heavily distracted. Jake Paul said this. Boxingego said this. People are questioning it. This is no mystery. I'm not reinventing the wheel. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But Ryan has confirmed what Boxingego has been telling you. Ego Stradamus strikes again. Boop.